Once upon a time, in a cozy little town, lived a boy named Leo. Leo had everything a child could wish for: a room overflowing with toys, a closet full of clothes, and a bookshelf packed with adventures. But Leo was never satisfied. If he got a new blue bike, he'd complain it wasn't red. If his mom made his favorite pasta, he'd grumble that he wanted pizza instead. His favorite phrase? "Is that all?" His parents, who loved him dearly, were perplexed. They worked hard to provide for him, but their efforts seemed to go unnoticed. One evening, Leo's grandfather came to visit. He saw Leo sulking in a corner, surrounded by brand new, unopened toys from his birthday. "What's wrong, Leo?" his grandpa asked, his voice gentle. "I wanted a giant remote-controlled dinosaur, but I only got this small one," Leo muttered, kicking the box. His grandfather sighed softly. "Leo," he said, "I have something to show you. Tomorrow, we're going on an adventure." The next morning, they didn't go to a toy store or an amusement park. Instead, Grandpa took Leo to a local community center. The building was simple, and the rooms were sparse. In one room, a group of children were gathered, their faces lit up with joy. What were they playing with? They were crafting toys out of cardboard boxes, bottle caps, and old fabric. One little girl had made a doll from a wooden spoon and some yarn. She was hugging it as if it were the most precious treasure in the world. A boy had built an elaborate castle from empty tissue boxes, his eyes sparkling with pride. They weren't complaining about what they didn't have, they were celebrating what they could create. Leo watched, silent and wide-eyed. He saw more happiness in that simple room than he ever felt in his room full of expensive gadgets. Grandpa then led him to another area where volunteers were serving a simple meal of soup and bread. Everyone who received a bowl said, "Thank you," with a genuine smile. There were no grumbles, no complaints. Just quiet gratitude. The warmth in the room had nothing to do with the temperature, it came from the people. It was a profound moment for Leo. The phrase, "thank you," suddenly felt powerful, something he rarely said himself. On the way home, the car was quiet. Leo was thinking. He thought about his room, his toys, his meals. He thought about his parents' tired but loving faces. When they got home, he walked straight to his room. He didn't see a collection of things that weren't good enough. He saw a mountain of gifts, each one a symbol of his parents' love. That evening at dinner, his mom placed a plate of chicken and vegetables in front of him. Before he could even think to complain, he looked at his mom, then at his dad, and said, "Thank you. This looks delicious." His parents exchanged a surprised, happy glance. It was a small change, but it was everything. From that day on, Leo started to see the world differently. He learned that happiness isn't about getting what you want, but about appreciating what you have. He even started volunteering at the community center with his grandpa, helping other kids build their own cardboard castles. And he discovered that the joy of giving and being grateful was the greatest treasure of all. So, what can we learn from Leo's story? It teaches us some great English words and a valuable lesson. Words like satisfied, which means being happy with what you have, and perplexed, which means confused. We saw the children at the center were not just playing, they were crafting, which means making things skillfully with their hands. And Leo experienced a profound moment, a very deep and meaningful realization. The most important lesson is about gratitude, the feeling of being thankful. It reminds us to appreciate the people and things in our lives. So, take a look around you today. What are you grateful for? Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more stories.